Lydia, are you there? I just wanted to say congrats. I heard the news that you were finally going to be getting married. Dean told me all about it, actually.
Oh, well, thank you for those kind words, Hilda.
And I bet that you're just so relieved over all of this since you're turning 35 today, right? I mean, I bet your parents have got to be really happy too now that their daughter is finally getting married off.
Yeah, I suppose they are happy for me.
But I heard something about that man you were going to marry. I heard that he didn't even graduate high school. Were your parents happy about that? Or were they just content that you could find someone to take you off the market? Because I can tell you that if it was me and my parents, ooh.
Sorry, Hilda, I think that we might be having some kind of misunderstanding here. We're not that old, and it's not just that he didn't finish high school. In fact, I get the sense that you're just trying to put me down for my wedding.
What are you talking about? I'm not trying to make fun of you. I am making fun of you. But don't worry, I also have to say that I really respect you.
Oh, really? And just how do you respect me?
Well, to think that you're getting so old and still not married, and then you finally decided to settle down with some dropout flunky. I don't think that I could live a life like that. So I think it's great that you've chosen to. I just hope you're ready to be a wife to that kind of man. And anyways, I guess it's just all that resolution that you're saying that makes me admire you.
I don't think you said one word of admiration in any of those texts at all. I knew it. You were just making fun of me.
Oh, come on. I'm not making fun of you. That badly, right? Besides, I really do appreciate the dedication to still trying to get married this late in the game. I'm happy for you. After all, you didn't even graduate high school either, right? So I think it's just so great that a couple of lowlifes like you can find each other.
Okay, now this is just starting to get ridiculous. I really don't get why you feel the need to be saying any of this. But I don't appreciate you disparaging against my fiancé like this. And I don't think that our education levels are really any concern of yours. You know that schooling isn't everything, right?
Well, you say that, but of course it has a lot to do with how much you get paid for your job, doesn't it? After all, your brother Dean went to a great school and now he works at a job where he earns over $1 million a year. And as for me, I also went to an Ivy League school and I'm in line for a big promotion next quarter.
And I think those are both such impressive things to accomplish in your 20s. But I still don't think that that gives you the right to put others down like you have my fiancé and I. In fact, I really would like an apology from you for what you said.
What? You think that someone like me needs to apologize to someone like you? I think that you need to wake up and get a grip on reality. Why in the world should I have to lower myself to say sorry to someone like you? I think that you're being so selfish if you think I should actually have to do that. You choose to live the life that you did, so don't be mad at others for your choices.
Oh, come on. Do you really think that justifies the way that you've been acting?
Oh, well, I'm just so sorry if I hit a nerve with that. But the fact of the matter is, I'm doing things with my life that you couldn't dream of. In fact, I have to go and prepare for a very important business right now, so I'll talk to you later. And good luck working whatever minimum wage job you manage to get for yourself.
Hey, Lydia. You there? I just wanted to double check that it's okay if we don't go to your wedding. I just want you to know that I've been really looking forward to it, but...
Sorry, Dean. What are you talking about? Why wouldn't you come to our wedding?
Well, it's just that I get that you're wanting to cut back on costs for the event, but I didn't expect you to cut me out of the wedding. I was just kind of hoping that I could be there for you.
Wait just a second there. What are you talking about? And why do you think that you're not coming to my wedding?
Well, you are going to be getting married, right? Just heard from Hilda about you were starting to get worried about the cost of the wedding, and so you're cutting down on some of the plans. Hilda told me that it would basically only be the parents that were showing up. That's what you told Hilda to tell me about the wedding, right?
What in the world? Are you serious? Did she really say all of that to you? Because I will have you know that I didn't say one word of any of that to her at all. This whole thing is just ridiculous.
So then, I can still go to your wedding?
Of course you can. The wedding plans are going to be the same as they've always been. You are going to be there, and so are the rest of our family and friends. Yes, I am trying to keep things cheap for myself, but I'm not going to cut down my wedding party that size.
Oh, so then we can really show up. You haven't actually cut out our place at the wedding.
Yes, of course you can still come. I would love for you to be there. You're my brother, for crying out aloud. I actually can't believe that Hilda would say something like that to you. It sounds to me like she was trying to get out of having to come to my wedding at all, and that's why she lied to you.
Oh, you mean that you really think this was all some kind of plan by Hilda to not go to your wedding?
You know, just the other day she was making fun of me for my lack of schooling and was talking about how much better she is than everyone. I bet she just didn't want to come to my wedding to spite me, and that's why she came up with such a ridiculous lie.
Oh, wow. I actually had no idea about any of this at all. I'm so sorry that he's tried to do this, Lydia. I've told her over and over again to try and get along with you and stop messing with you, but she just doesn't seem to get it.
Well, I don't think it's something that you should be apologizing for, Dean. But Hilda just seems to really enjoy lording all the fancy schools that she got to go to over me. That it's obvious that she's looking down at me and my fiancé for not having gone to a nice school.
Well, I hope you really do know how sorry I am for her attitude. After all, the whole reason why you had to drop out of high school was for my sake.
What do you mean by that, Dean?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? When I was little, I got really sick and we needed money to afford the treatment, especially since at the time it wasn't going to be covered by our insurance. We were going to have to pay for it all, and that's why you dropped out. You did it so that you could try and take care of me.
I don't want you feeling bad about anything that happened in the past concerning that, okay? The thing is that I didn't really want to finish high school then. I was ready to go out and join the workforce already. You didn't force me to do anything that I didn't already want to do, okay?
Well, you say that, but you're just trying to make me feel better.
Of course I'm not. But if you really want to pay me back for all those years, then you had better be there at my wedding, okay? It's going to be a big, important celebration to me that won't be complete if you aren't there for me, okay?
Got it. In that case, you can count on us being there. I wouldn't miss this for the world. The moment you have the date, let me know, and we'll be there.
Oh no, Lydia. I'm so sorry. The thing is that Dean and I aren't going to make it to your wedding.
Wait, you two aren't going to be here?
Yeah, we changed our minds at the very last second. I didn't see any reason why we should be there. So, anyways, we're not going to be there for you on your big day. After all, why should we waste our precious time off going to see a couple of losers like you getting married? I would rather die than have someone see me there.
So you're saying that you don't want to be here that badly?
I don't think you understand. In this world, time is money. Dean and I's time is just worth more than even going to your wedding. Do you really think we can give our precious time just like that? If you wanted us for even half the day, you could buy our time for $10,000.
So you just want me to pay you and my brother just to show up at my wedding?
That's right. So you had better pay up if you wanted us to be there. Although I seriously doubt a couple of poor nobodies like you could afford us. So anyways, that's why we're not going to be able to go to your wedding. You just don't have that kind of money.
Hold it right there. I think I see what's going on here. You're basically saying that you don't think my wedding will be worth anything, do you?
Is it that obvious?
Well, I can't tell you what to do, and I won't force you to come to my wedding. But I wonder if you're speaking for both of you.
Oh, you mean you're wondering if Dean can go? I'm so sorry to say, but he doesn't even want to be there. He said so himself. So you can't afford me, and your brother doesn't even want to go.
And you're telling me that my brother really said that?
You mean that he didn't want to go? Of course he really said it. Why would anyone want to go to a wedding like yours anyways? If anyone valued their time, they would see that there was no value in going to yours.
You know, I think you're the only one that actually feels that way. And you've gone too far in trying to ruin my wedding.
Oh yeah? And what is a loser like you going to do? I bet nobody even showed up to your joke of a wedding.
The only one who isn't here is you, Hilda. My relatives, friends, everyone invited has shown up to this wedding. You're the only idiot who hasn't.
Hold on a second. Why are you talking to me like that?
It's me, Hilda. It's Dean. What is the matter with you? You couldn't even come up with a good excuse? You couldn't just say that you were sick or had a last-minute emergency? I'm just disappointed in you. Why are you being this cruel, Hilda?
Hold on a second. Why are you texting me from Hilda's number?
Well, maybe because I'm here for her wedding. She just showed me what you've been saying.
But you shouldn't be there. I changed the date on our invitation. You shouldn't have known when or where the wedding was.
Oh, I noticed that you did that long ago. So I asked Lydia myself about what day she was getting married.
So you know that I had changed the dates.
You know, for such a well-educated person, your handwriting sure is sloppy. Did you think that you had covered your tracks? A toddler could do that better than you. You really thought that you were going to keep me from being at my own sister's wedding.
I don't understand. So you know that I lied to you and you pretended like you didn't know? But then that means that you were lying to me.
Only because you started it. But you should know that it's not just Lydia's friends and family. It's also her staff who came to see their company president get married.
Wait, their company president? What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, didn't you know? My sister manages her own company. She's a CEO. So it's not just people you'd have known, but, you know, it isn't just the board or the managers. It's all her staff.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I had no idea that Hilda ran her own company. This is the first time that I'm hearing about any of this. I mean, I thought that she never finished high school. I thought that she was marrying a flunky, but she's really leading a whole company?
The only thing that doesn't make sense around here is you. You're the one who tried to sabotage me going to Lydia's wedding. You're just awful. You think you're better than everyone, but you're not. And yeah, if you must know, the two of them didn't finish high school. But the reason for them both was that they had family circumstances that forced them to drop out. But the truth is that they did what they did in order to take care of their family. In fact, when Lydia's husband dropped out, he was really into film. He started a production company that he runs as well.
You're kidding me, but that's... Oh, I had no idea.
I know, right? Still a teenager and he went off to start his own film business. Do you think you could ever do anything like that? You kept making fun of them because they had dropped out, but you never even bothered to see what they had done since then. They're much bigger than you could ever hope to be.
Wait, hold on. Why are you so upset with me? Dean, I haven't seen this side of you.
You know why I respect my sister? Because she gave up everything to take care of me. She did that and still managed to make something amazing with her life. Not only that, but she never ever held what she did for me against me. She did all of that for me and you put her down for it. You let your horrible biases and assumptions get in the way of even trying to get to know her. I can't be with you anymore. We are going to get a divorce when we get back home, Lydia. I can't do this anymore.
Wait, Dean, no! No, you can't be serious, please. This can't be happening to me. I don't want to get a divorce from you.
No, I've had enough of this. You and I are going to have a long, long talk when we get back home. Now, if you'll excuse me, we have a wedding to celebrate here. I'll see you at home, Hilda.
Please! You have to let me in! Please let me in. I'm here to celebrate your wedding, Lydia. You have to let me in.
Wait, what? You want to come and help celebrate my wedding? But I thought you said that it wasn't worth coming for anymore.
I know. I said a lot of things, but I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry for everything that I said. You have to let me in. Can you go and tell your brother that I'm here? You have to tell him to help me get in. Please, you have to tell him to stay with me.
That's not going to happen. Do you understand? So why don't you just come home and leave us alone already?
What? No, please, you can't do this to me. I came all this way. You have to let me in.
You think I'm going to let you come in here after all that you've put me through? You've got some nerve, do you know that? You've done nothing but insult me and put me down, and you haven't given one real apology yet.
Please, I didn't do anything wrong. You have to know that I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings or anything like that. I really did come here to help you celebrate. You have to let me into here. You don't understand. I've graduated from one of the top schools in the country. You just can't keep me out of here.
I'm sorry, but no fancy college pedigree is going to save you here.
But please, I really am sorry. Can't you just let me in? I am not going to go home until you let me in.
Okay, so stand out there and cry for all I care. I won't be opening the door and letting you in.
If you don't let me in, then I'll have to break my way in. I won't let you keep me apart from my husband. I am just going to get him back and fix this.
Hold on a second. I would try and think hard about where you are right now.
What do you mean? I'm at some loser idiot's wedding. You think I care about barging in there? I'll knock this door down right now.
Hold on a second! What I'm trying to say is that I think you're at the wrong place. I don't actually think you're here.
What do you mean? Where am I then?
Well, we had closed the doors and we thought that you were going to be coming. But then we realized we couldn't hear any banging or crying or shouting or anything. I think you might have gone to the fake place that you wrote on the invitation.
But I just broke the door down. Are you telling me that I actually went to the wrong wedding? This isn't yours? Okay, well, I think that I gotta run right now. But we're not through here. We have plenty more to talk about.
Hilda, I think that you should just give yourself up and come home. Don't get into any more trouble.
No, I can't get caught. I'm not going to be forced to apologize for something so humiliating.
I think that you're only going to make things worse for yourself.
I'm not going to let you fool me into embarrassing myself like that. I'm not that stupid.
Okay, you know what? I tried. But you do whatever you want. I don't know why I'm even wasting my time texting you on my wedding.
But wait, so then you're just going to leave me like this? You can't do that. Please, you have to help me out here. Hello? Lydia? Are you there?
The other wedding that Hilda went to, my caterer was happy to fill me in on what happened next. Hilda ran to the bathroom to think of what to do next and was quickly cornered. In the end, she was forced to apologize for interrupting the wedding. She was also stuck with a fee of thousands of dollars, and to top it all off, Dean divorced her as well. When her parents found out why she was getting divorced, they got so mad at her. They told her that if she was so clever, then she should figure out a way to pay back all the tuition they had shelled out for her. Last I heard, Hilda's having to pay back as much as $1 million for all her mistakes. As for me, I was able to safely return to my wedding. I can safely say that for the rest of it, I did not think of Hilda or any of her schemes, even once. I was too busy enjoying my time, surrounded by loved ones. I'm honestly amazed that Hilda had no idea who I was. She would go on all the time about how many people she knew and what celebrities she was friends with. Later, her parents came to visit me and apologized directly to me. They told me that their daughter had wanted to go to an Ivy League school so badly that they had masterminded bribes to her high school and the university just to get her considered. It turns out that she never belonged there in the first place. I'd hoped that we could get along, if nothing for my brother's sake. I did my best to make things work, but it was no good. But now, I'm just glad to be rid of her.
Amy, dear, I need a small favor from you. Oh, hi, Mom. Sure. What is it? I need you and Frank to empty the house. Empty the house? Why? Is something wrong? No, everything's fine. I just don't want you two to be staying there anymore. Why? Is there any specific reason for it? I just don't want you to be here anymore. That should be a good enough reason. Where are we supposed to go then? That's not my problem. Go live with your father, for all I care. Did something happen between you two? Why? Did your father say something to you? What did he say? No, it's not that. You and Dad have been living together for as far as I can remember. I still don't understand why you suddenly moved into this house 3 months ago. That too, without Dad. So, that doesn't concern you. I can live in whichever house I want. Especially since I own both of them. Yeah, but it's not like you to be away from Dad for so long. I'm sorry, but the last time I checked, I was the mother here. Not you. You have no right to question me, young lady. You better fix your attitude. That's not what I meant. What I meant to say is that this just feels strange. Are you sure everything's fine? Why, of course. Everything's going perfect. Well, aside from your nuisance. I'm a nuisance? How? Well, for starters, you're living in a house that doesn't belong to you. And secondly, you haven't paid your dues for over months. Plus, the house is always a mess. I'm glad I chose to stay the past couple of months here. If it wasn't for me, the two of you would have turned this home into a nightmare. Seriously, what kind of housewife doesn't know how to clean? Is that what this is about? Look, I'm sorry for the delay in everything lately. Ever since Frank decided to stay home, things have been hard. I've been spending more time working than I do in the house. Excuses, excuses. I don't have time, neither the energy, to deal with this today. Just stop arguing with me and leave already. I don't understand. Why are you suddenly kicking us out? Isn't it obvious? I have big plans for this house. But why does it involve kicking us out? Huh, you really are so much like your father. Always arguing with me, and always talking back. Is what I say not enough for you? That's fine by me. If you must know, then the truth is that your father and I are Why? It's just some adult things you won't understand. But the bottom line is that we've decided we can't be together anymore. Which is why I need you to evacuate from this house immediately. As soon as the paperwork is finalized, this house will be under my name, and your father is going to have the other one. But where will I go? Are you serious? You're married, aren't you? Why don't you just decide things with your husband, and the two of you can discuss the future options together? What do you mean, future options? Never mind. You'll find out soon enough. For now, I need you to get the hell out of my house. This is so stupid! You and Dad need to talk this out. We've already decided that this is what's best for everyone. I can't believe you guys didn't tell me this before. I could have helped you. I could have helped resolve the problem between you two. Uh-huh. So when are you leaving? Mom, I can't just leave like that. It's not possible for me, especially since Frank has decided to take a break from work. How will I manage to do everything by myself? That's not my problem, not my headache. But Mom! I'm not going to ask you again. But since you are my daughter and all, I guess I could give you some time to pack all of your things. 2 to 3 days would be enough, right? LOL. You have 48 hours to pack up all your things. After that, I better not see you here ever again. I don't understand. You and Dad always told me that I'll be getting this house under my name one day. You can't just take it away from me, just like that. You selfish brat. We've spoiled you too much, it would seem. Do you want to see your mother out in the streets? Because it's served the divorce, it's only fair that I get some part of your father's wealth. After all, I am his wife, aren't I? You're still young. You can manage to find a better job and work hard to buy yourself your dream house. But for now, it's time for you to go. You're going to kick me out of the house? Just like that? Oh, honey, don't think of this as me kicking you out. Think of it as an encouragement boost to help you step outside your comfort zone. Huh, I see. See, I knew you'd come around. Oh, and by the way, most of the paperwork required for the divorce are already filed. Now, all that's left is for you to sign it too, as a witness to this divorce. You'll probably receive the documents in a day or two. Be sure to fill them out quick and send them my way. Frank, we need to talk about something important. Huh? Can it wait? I'm in the middle of a game. I'm afraid not. I just had a talk with Mom. She wants us to move out in 2 days. What? I know. It caught me by surprise, too. At first, I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. Okay, so? What do you mean, so? Don't you have any input in the matter? Not really. Your mother is a really smart and wonderful woman. If she wants us to move out, we'll just do that. And go where, huh? You've refused to go to work these days, and with my pay grade, we can't possibly sustain a family. If we leave, where would we go? Oh, maybe we could crash at my friend's place? Are you out of your mind? We can't just start living in your friend's house like that. It's indeed or anything. It's only temporary. Even so, we can't just barge into someone's life like that. We're still going to need our own savings and everything. Savings we don't have. Huh. What's with you? Why do you always have to say things like that? We'll work something out, won't we? We always do. And for the last time, quit saying you don't work. I know what I'm doing. I'm taking a break. Why do you have to make everything feel like it's the end of the world? Stupid. Oh, and thanks to you, couldn't pay attention to the match. The winning team scored so many points, but you just wouldn't let me watch it. I hope you're happy now. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to get you so mad. Hey, Dad. How are you doing? I see you finally remembered your old man, huh? I'm alright, kiddo. How are things at your end? Can be better. I'm sorry if it seems sudden, but I wanted to ask you something important. It's about Mom. Did something happen between you two? I see that she's already told you about the divorce then. You mean you two really are splitting up? Why? I wish I knew, kiddo. I really do. I don't know from where or who put that thought in her head, but she seems quite persistent. So, you are going to divorce her? She didn't give me a choice. To be honest, I was surprised myself when she told me she wanted to go separate ways. But if I'd refused, she said she'd make your life miserable. I can't let anyone bring harm to my little one. But why is she suddenly so fixated to get a divorce? That's not like her at all. Well, I have noticed her acting a bit strange lately. Strange how? She's almost always on her phone these days. She takes it everywhere with her. Plus, she's always gets mad at me whenever I ask who she's talking to. You don't think she's cheating, do you? I hope not, but I have a feeling that's exactly what's happened. But who could it be? Baby, just let me explain. It wasn't what it looks like. Hey, Amy dear. Quit texting me, you freak. Not until you stop and talk to me. There's nothing I want to talk to you about. Now, just leave me alone. Okay then, don't talk. But hear me out, okay? What you saw wasn't what it looked like. Just give me a chance to prove myself. Oh please, cut the innocent act already. I saw you and my mom in bed together. That's all the proof I need. And to think, after everything we've been through, was over 2 years together in marriage mean nothing to you? Oh please, you're being so dramatic. I'm the one who's being dramatic? You've been cheating on me behind my back. That too with my mother. How do you think I feel? Why does everything always have to be about you? It's always, I'm going to get this house under my name one day. My mother is trying to kick me out. I'm the one earning for us. You're hurting my feelings. How do you think I feel? How about you start thinking about what other people feel? Excuse me? I've been nothing but a responsible, loving wife to you. And this is how you repay me? You? A responsible, loving wife? Good one. Let's be real here. You don't love me. You never did. You never appreciated me for who I really am. Your mom, on the other hand, is a completely different story. She loves me. She appreciates me. She's the only one who cares for me. Well, if she's that perfect, why don't you just marry her? Well, if you must know, little Miss Nosy, we're already working on that. Joke's on you. You mean to tell me you guys are actually going to get married? Pretty much. All I'm waiting for is for her to divorce your father already. As soon as that happens, we're going to sign the marriage certificate. Since the act's already out of the bag, tell me something. How long has this been going on for? Around 6 months, give or take. You mean you two have been cheating on me and Dad for 6 months? I'm surprised you didn't notice it sooner. You should have seen the look on your face, though. The one you made when you entered the room earlier. It was priceless. LOL. I did film the whole thing. I have photographic evidence to put up a case on you two. Oh yeah? Tell you what, you can do whatever the hell you want with that. It's not like anyone's gonna believe you. even if the case is to escalate between us. In the end, the jury would favor me, a fellow lawyer myself. Why would anyone believe you? Also, just so you know, I'll be divorcing you soon. OMG, Dad, you were right! Mom's cheating! She is? Are you sure? I saw it with my own eyes. She's having an affair with Frank, of all people. Wait, isn't Frank your husband? He was, until that jerk dumped me. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Dad, what am I going to do now? Don't do anything. Those two have crossed a line. No one messes with my daughter and gets away with it. What do you mean? Just relax, sweetheart. I'll take care of the rest. Amy, what's the matter with you? I know you've received the documents. Just hurry up and sign them already. Sorry, got busy with other stuff. I'll get to it soon. Just to be sure, are you really willing to go through with this whole process? Divorcing Dad, and then getting the house under your name, kicking me out of the house, and then marrying Frank? Of course, I haven't had even a second thought since I decided this. Just do your part and get lost already. Wow, I didn't realize you were so willing to go through all of this for Frank of all people. To be frank, I'm actually glad you found out. You have no idea what a pain it was to be hiding all of this from you for all of these months. And how to hide the jealousy feeling I get every time you're around Frank, while I have to deal with your lazy father. You do realize that Dad can't work because he's too old for it. Frank, on the other hand, is healthy and all, but he chooses not to work. So, technically speaking, he's the one who's lazy, not Dad. Silly little girl. You're only saying that because you don't know how to convince a man. All it takes is a little persuasive skill, and then there's nothing a man won't do for you. But finally, after years of being stuck with your father, I've finally found someone that loves me the way I want to be loved. Someone who's young and energetic. Someone just like me. I see. Amy, you have to help me. Mom? It's like 3 in the morning. Why are you still up? Never mind that. You have to help me ASAP. With what? With finding me a home. What else? Oh, I guess that means that you didn't get the house under your name then. Don't act so innocent. You know exactly what happened. You mean how you and Frank decided to take the case to court? And when Dad won the case by showing actual evidence? And then the judge declared that the house would remain under my name instead of yours, thanks to the prenup and all? Yeah, I remember all of it. But the cherry on top was when the officers literally dragged you out of the room. It was hilarious. Have you no shame? How could you insult your own mother like that? Hey, look on the bright side. You have the best supportive husband by your side. I'm sure things will work out in the end. No, it wouldn't. Frank is nothing more than useless. He proposed the idea of a joint father. We ended up having to pay a penalty fee of 25 grand. Really? That much? I thought there would be more. It's all your fault. My fault? How is any of this my fault? You and Frank were the ones to go behind my back. You were the ones who lied to both Dad and I. You even went as far as to take the matter to court. Yet you had the nerve to stand against me. When I found out that the house was meant to be under my name, I couldn't back down. You already stole my husband. I couldn't let you steal my house, too. As if you even needed that lavish as a house. What's worse is that Frank demanded that I have to work and pay for our living accommodations. Otherwise, he's going to divorce me. So, does that mean you'll be divorced twice within a week? LOL. I didn't know that was even possible. Are you actually rooting for him to divorce me? His conditions to marry you is that you have to work and bring home the bread, right? I don't see that working out. You've never worked once in your life. You've always stayed at home while Dad worked his butt off to provide for us. Plus, you're too old now. You have no work experience, no concept of what work is. And you've got a terrible personality. You're not going to get a job easily. And Frank isn't a patient man, either. You think I don't know that? Why do you think I'm even talking to you? I'd say you want to apologize, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Apologize? For what? You should be the one to apologize to me. Excuse me? But what do I have to apologize for? For being such a brat of a daughter. You went against me in court and completely humiliated me. You even took the house under your name. Is this how you're going to treat me after everything I've done for you? I'm never going to forgive you for this. But if you let me live in your house for however long I want, I'll consider loving you again. Nice try, but no. First off, you were the one who tried to steal my house, right after stealing my boyfriend. And secondly, who said I even want your forgiveness? I didn't do anything wrong. If anything, you should apologize to me. And why would I do that? What sort of mother asks her own child for forgiveness? In case you forgot, once you signed those divorce papers, you also lost custody of me. So, technically speaking, I'm not your child anymore. I'm my dad. You're nothing but a stranger to me and Dad. The only family you have now is Frank. Go back and live with him. No way. He's planning to make me do all the work while he stays. I'm not surprised. He couldn't even do work even if he wanted to anyways. Huh? Why is that? Well, to keep it short, Dad didn't just win the case against you, he also exposed Frank for the fraud he really is. A lawyer who hasn't shown up to work for over months without notice, a cheating boyfriend, and someone who doesn't do any work whatsoever? That is all he is. He's never going to get accepted for a job. Either way, luck finding a job and dealing with Frank. You're gonna need it. You can't do this to me. You brought this on to yourself, stranger.